Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, let me see you drop a comment in the chats. If you can hear me, let me see you drop a comment in the chat. I'm still waiting for your comments. If you can hear me, let me see drop comments in the chat. That way, I will know that you guys can hear me. Um, trying to test my mic one more time before we get started. I can see your comments. So. Okay. All right. All right. So if you can hear me, just drop hi, hi in the chat box. All right, that's fine. Okay, so good evening. So we're going to be starting in a minute. So let me quickly get every other person to join us. Let me make the last post. Okay, so we're starting. We're starting now. 1 minute more, please. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So um okay. All right. So this night we're going to be looking at 3 ways at which you can make money online with your phone. Now, before I proceed into that, now I would first of all like to thank you for investing in the DSAP course. And if you're still having issues with accessing your own course, I'll just quickly have to run you through what you're supposed to do. So now, once you exactly after you've made payments, you need a link will be sent to your WhatsApp, and you just click on that link to send a request on the Telegram group. Now, here's the Telegram group. You send a request on the Telegram group. Now, once you send a request on the Telegram group, then you need to now send your username to that same WhatsApp number, and so that you can be added. Now, so with that said, before the end of the class, I'm going to take questions because I know a lot of you have questions as regards making money, as regards how you can put the skills that you have subscribed to, how you can put them into, how you can put those skills in good use, and how you can make money from them. So before the end of the class, I am going to be taking questions related to money making. Right? All right. So before I proceed, it is important. It is so important that I practically talk about my story and also talk about how you can build the right mindset towards making money. You see, this is another thing a lot of people in my 8 years of actively making running different online business, I have seen a lot of people have a very twisted mindset about the online space. And because of this, I would like to quickly talk about I would like to quickly just briefly talk about myself, and then talk about your how you can develop a proper mindset towards making money online. Now, before I proceed, once again, if you can hear me, if you can see me, just say hi. I can see you in the comment section. Just say hi. I can see you in the comment section. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Good. So, okay. So good. That's fine. That's fine. So first of all, my name is Emmanuel Diotsu, and for those of you who are just seeing me for the very first time, for those of you who are just getting to meet me for the very first time, this is my Instagram page. This is one of my Instagram page. I actually have two Instagram pages. This is one of my Instagram page. And if you check here very well, you see this is me. This is my picture. These are my videos. So I'm just going to play. Okay, so you can see this is me here. And yeah, this is me. This is my car. And this is where I stay. So I stay in Lagos, Lekki, Lagos. Now, before I get to this point, you see, I can easily make posts on social media, and a lot of people will just feel that I came from a wealthy home. No, that is actually very, very wrong. As a matter of fact, my father died when I was 5 years old. My father died when I was 5 years old, and we were seven of us that he left behind, including my mother. I am the last born of my family, and the funniest thing is that my father died with just 60 naira left in his pockets. So then this was back in the year 2000, and at this point the bank was not really a thing as at then. I mean, bank was actually working, but as at then, average Nigerians usually use bank accounts. So we practically though he had the business, and people were practically paying him, but we could not trace the people that were owing him because he did not have any form of account or any form of what's it called, like a journal where he listed the people that were owing him. Now I can easily show you a picture of myself where I have been to different places. I've been across the world. As a matter of fact, I've been to like 9 countries. And the funniest thing is that I can tell you that I'm not a and I can also tell you that I'm not into any form of illegal activities. However, I am making a very legit money online without robbing anybody off, without scamming anybody, and without doing anything illegal. Now, of course, I went to school, I studied psychology, but it will shock you to know that I can't categorically tell you where my certificate, where my school certificate is at the moment. Why? Because I am not making money or I'm not earning a living with the certificate. Now, why am I saying this? You see, earlier earlier in my life, after I lost my dad, I was very, very young then. And of course, I was still in primary school. So when I was done with primary school, I proceeded into secondary school. And when I was done with secondary school, I proceeded into the university. Now, it was at the point in my life in the uni that I realized that I needed a better way. I needed a better opportunity that puts me on a higher level in the country. And that was because my elder brother at then was a graduate at this time. And guess what? He was driving a bike in Lagos. And every time I see him, it reminds me of the fact that I can't just leave my future to chance. And because of that, I started putting a whole lot of hard work into making sure that I am able to create a source of income for myself. As a matter of fact, I'm beginning to get emotional. So I decided I was going to make a very, very good use of my life. And because of that, I started making a lot of researches, doing a lot of also trying to find how I can practically succeed in the online space. And guess what? Today, just today, I am who I am today because I took a very good action. I didn't leave myself to chance. Rather, I was, even though as at then I was hearing a lot of stories that people get scammed online, people, the online space is toxic and everything. I kept pushing because I knew some people still made it online. And if they could make it online, it means I can as well. And that was why I kept pushing and kept pushing. I kept pushing. I kept learning a lot of stuff. And yet today, I can tell you easily that I have been to about 9 countries across the world. I mean, I have properties scattered around Lekki, and by God grace, I have my own car. I am staying in a very comfortable apartment in Lekki, Lagos, and I can practically make my money at any time I want to make my money without having to stress, without having to do 9 to 5, or without having to submit CV or find a job. And everything boils down to one thing. It boils down to one single thing, which was my mindset. Now, at the point where I knew that I needed more out of life, I gave it what was required. What was that thing? What was time? Time. I started learning different skills, and today I'm a marketer. Now, honestly, I just said I'm a marketer, and I know a lot of you will be feeling like I want to sell you something. Actually, no, I am not here. If as a matter of fact, in this class, you're not going to pay me a dime. So just relax. You're not paying me a single dime tonight. So you don't have to you don't have to run away. All right. So now I became better at digital marketing, and today I'm also, for those of you who don't know me, I'm also the affiliate manager at Espatnia. Espatnia is one of the biggest affiliate platform in Nigeria. So I have done different businesses across e-commerce, across dropshipping, affiliate marketing, information products, marketing, digital marketing, media buying services, quite a whole lot of them, and that is my story. Now, the reason why I have to tell that story is because it is tiring. It is tiring when I see a whole lot of Nigerians who wants to make money online and just feel that all they need to do is to just come online and get money freely without doing any single thing. Actually, in the real sense, it burns my heart because honestly, honestly, there's nothing online that's giving you money for free. Everything online requires that you have to do something to get something. And that's something you have to do. It is you giving out value to get money because money equals value. So please, please, before you go ahead and start looking for or start trying to make money online, you need to be able to have the proper mindset that you need to give in something. And giving it something means that you need to give it a skill. You need to probably be able to do one or if I, as a matter of fact, the people who are going to pay you online are also people. So it's either a company, who are in need of services, or either people who want a particular information or a particular service from you. So nobody, the internet is not paying you free money. You need to provide some sort of value to make money. So that is the first mindset that I want us to have today. The reason why I'm saying this again is because CBEX crashed, and when it crashed, it turned out that a lot of Nigerians fell scam. That is because they were hoping and believing that they can just put money into something and do nothing and make money back, which is totally, totally not true. Of course, there are a lot of investment platform out there that you can put your money and they help you use your money for trade or whatever, and then you get return on your investment. But actually, the real sense, just very, very few returns is what you can get from the legit ones, from the legit one, because whatever money you are giving them, they are probably going to also use it to do one or two businesses that also are a bit risky, and which means some of those businesses they will make money, and some of those businesses they will run at loss. Either way, they will either make money or run at loss. So if they make money from your own, they didn't make money from the other person, so they will still bring your own profits to cover up the other losses, and they still pay salary. There are other services that they need to also cover before they now make their profits, before they now pay you your profits. So that means that a whole lot of risk is involved, which means eventually, before they will pay you your profit, they need to also make money for themselves. So which means your return drops to a very very little return, a very little percentage. So if you hear any investment company tell you to come and invest your money and you make 20, you are going to make 40%, 50%, please, I would advise that you do your due diligence before you go into such investments. Now that's just an advice. Now let's proceed to the money making ideas that I said we are going to share this night. So now after my story, now we're going to look into the three ways I have itemized that you can use to make money with your smartphone, with your phone actually, in the online space. Now, the first one that I can recommend that I have seen a whole lot of people do is what they call a faceless slash team pages. A faceless slash team pages. Now, I just said a faceless. It can be, so I'm going to explain the meaning of faceless. Now, let's do a quick check on 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 Instagram. And let me show you what a faceless page looks like. So a faceless page, let me just do a very few search. Funny how I should have just logged in with my what's it called? My okay. Just logged in with my second account. Now, if you check, so if you check this my Instagram, if you check my if you can see my screen now, this particular page has 11 million followers, and you can see there are several posts here, and guess what? The face of this page is not here. So what do they do? They practically put out content that people want to see, and then I'll tell you how they make their money in a second. So first of all, the reason why it is called a faceless slash team pages is that you can practically come up, build an Instagram page or a social media page where you practically just do one thing: get active followers, get active followers, get active followers, which means like a page like this wealth, you can see a lot of posts. So well, this one is a global page anyway, so they this one, they don't just rely on they don't just rely on Nigeria or Africa posts. They rely on the global news. So you can see the most expensive things. So they just make posts, exciting posts, breaking news that attract people to their page, and I get people to follow them, and so easily people are following them. Now, how do they make money? Now, aside from the fact that they can get the page monetized, I'm not going to talk about that because currently I don't have any of my Instagram or TikTok page monetized. So I always like to talk about things that I'm sure and things that I'm doing. But I know that you can practically monetize your page by getting Instagram or TikTok to monetize it, but I don't even know how to do that because I practically don't do that. Now, one of the ways I know you can make money is this. Now, earlier this year, I was in Dubai, and I reached out to one of these pages because I wanted to run advert to push a particular brand while I was in Dubai. And when I reached out to them, they told me that for them to make a sponsored post on my accounts wanted to make a sponsored post on their page. In fact, the page I reached out to was not as huge as these 11 million followers. That one was about a million followers or so. Now they told me they were going to charge me $400 just for a post, just for 24 hours. And guess what? You would think people are not paying that. Let me show you something. Now, if I want to see most of the posts that these people were paid to make, I'll go under this tagged. Now, if you go under this tagged, now it would amaze you that all the posts you can see here were paid for. Now, let me show you. Now, for them to make your post, they will post whatever content you want them to post, and then they will tag you. So if I check this particular post now, you will see that they tagged, you can see that they are tagging this other page, motivation.sense. Now, this is another team page that is trying to grow and is also running ad here just so that you could get followers. But of course, even though they are in the same business, these people do not send, they will still ask you to pay for the adverts. Now, if you check this page, before I came to this class, I was checking this page, and I can tell you that this particular page had made posts, had made more than 70 posts within 30 days. Now, I don't know how much this particular page is charging, yeah, but the page, but let me just say the least they are charging is $500 per post. If you do that at 70 in 30 days, that's a whole lot of money. Remember, I told you that the page I reached out to was not as huge as this, and they were charging $400 just to make a post and tag me, and then it's just for 24 hours. Now, you might be wondering that this kind of page only applies to the international market. Now, that's a big lie. Let me show you something. One of your popular influencer, Tunde Ednuts. How do you think Tunde Ednuts also make money on the online space? Now, Tunde Ednuts is also running a similar kind of business model. But actually, in the real sense, he's running his own business model. He's not using a faceless channel, rather, he's using a branded channel, which means he's using his face to run that page. Pages like This Lover and a whole lot of Insta Blog Nigeria, those pages that you cannot tell the owners of those pages are all are faceless, because it means that the owner of the page does not have to post his or her picture for them to grow their page. You understand? Now, for the Nigerian audience, you can charge with just about 500k followers. You can charge as little as, in fact, as little as 100,000 naira per post. The real sense, you can even charge more than that. I still reached out to one Nigerian TikToker recently, and about an advert that I wanted to make on this page, and he said it was going to take 150,000. Now, this guy has just 300 and something followers. Now, if you now do ask me, how exactly? Because one of the important things is to get followers. Because the reason why people pay you to run a post or to run advert on your page is because you have a large following. Now, how do you get followers? See, one of the things that I have realized in this recent time is that to make money has now become far more easier than it used to be many years back. Why? Because there are a whole lot of tools that you can practically use to make money. I mean, without even stressing. Now, one of those things is I was telling you guys about is the fact that you can practically just start, all these AI videos and all that. You can just start creating them. Now, let me show you one page on TikTok that does this thing. We're still talking about what we are talking about here is how you can get followers now, just so that you can how you can make content to get followers. Sorry, for the AI videos. So there's this guy. Because of time, I will practically not be showing you all the accounts. You understand? Now you see this particular page on TikTok. I know when this guy started running this page, and you can see he already has about 83,000 followers. And if you check this page, there is nothing here other than these short AI videos. Look at this particular video. See, Just see. And it's got how many views? This particular post got 11 million views. This other one, this one is even funny anyway. 4.2 million views. Now, these are just funny short clips that this guy is just putting out there. And you can see 170k, 322, 5,000, 73k, 10k, this one. Now, the funniest thing is that if you reach out to this guy, some persons are already reaching out to him for adverts. Yeah, they're already reaching out to him for adverts. And this page, to the best of my knowledge, this page is not more than about 3 months or so. You can see, you can see something they say ads. You can see funny AI videos, follow for more. If you want ads, WhatsApp me. Now you can actually try a lot. You can actually WhatsApp this guy and hear what he will tell you. Just tell you want to run advert on this page and just listen to his price. Now, as a Nigerian student or as a stay-at-home mom or as somebody who is only for an extra source of income, even if this is what you can put your extra time into doing, creating just the short videos, grow your Instagram page to or TikTok page to like 100k followers, and maybe let's say you just charge 550,000 per post. Now, if you get just 10 posts, 10 adverts a month, that is 500k. That's cool 500k. As a matter of fact, as at 2 months ago, do you know the popular Cider Budge? That girl that came on one. If you know Cider Budge, let me see you put yes. Let me see you see. Let me see if you know Cider Budge. Let me see you say yes in the comment section. Now the funniest is that I paid Cider Budge 600,000 2 months ago to help me run an advert on her Facebook page. 600,000. And what did she have to do? She came online, made a short video. Sorry, she made a short video and posted it on her page. And that was it. 600,000 boom, to her account. Now, you don't have, like I said, you don't have to be a public figure. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to show your face. But you can easily, you can easily build a page, get followers by putting out, making short videos, and you can put it up on the or and then you can make short videos and put it up on your page. Now, let's say you don't want to go. Now, I always advise that you look for your strengths. Now, if you know that you have, sorry, when I say look for your strengths, I mean look for areas you know you have more, you have passion, more like passion for. Yeah, unfortunately, not everybody has discovered their passion. But look for something you know that you can do and you can do happily. Now, if you don't want to post all this AI content to get followers, you can just do is do what today not is doing. We post news. So just go online. As you go online, as you get for these skits, all those funny skits, just get them and repost them. Now, how do you even get funny skits? If you go on Instagram, for instance, click on your search button. Okay, I think I can better do that on my phone. But if you click on the search button and you click on something like funny, you can do that on your phone actually. Because on my phone, if I click on search and I click on maybe any particular, let's say business models now, it's gonna show me views, stories. I mean that I can practically just check, but I think I can't do that because I'm using a laptop here. So okay. So you can just go what Today Not is doing. You can just practically be posting news, funny skits, funny contents, trending news, and boom, you're getting followers. You're getting followers. Now, obviously, consistency is needed because I know I said this earlier. For myself, it took me about 4 good years learning and getting better at a particular skill. And I have been doing this thing for the past 7 years. Honestly, I don't want to show my result because I don't want to allow people to feel that I am here to brag. But if I need to do that, maybe I will do that at the end of this class. Now, you just repost news and then boom, you get followers, you get people begin to like. Of course, it might take a bit of time. If you check today, not everything on his page is just news. But this guy is targeting Nigerians. And honestly, based on what I heard, you're gonna run advert on Student Notes page. I mean, the minimum you pay is like 4 million naira. I based on what I heard, the minimum you pay is like 4 million naira, and that was at about a year ago. Maybe by now it would have increased. So you can do faceless pages if you don't want to show your face. Like I said, let's take it again. You can repost news, funny content, or give relationship advice, or post funny AI. Well, now, in fact, the easiest one to do is just go and look for funny content, like trending news, funny content. Go on Today Not, go on. Just look for. You can make a list of about. If you want to now, if I want to do it, let me come from a practical angle. If I want to do it, and maybe let's say first of all, I need to identify the niche. Now, do I want to do AI videos, or do I want to do news and entertainment? Now, if I want to do new or I want to do funny content. Now, if I want to do news and entertainment, first thing I will do is to make a list, maybe about a list of about 100 people, 100 accounts on Instagram that posts news related content and entertainment related content. Likes of Today Not, Instablog, this lover, just search for them, you see them. And that one, another way you can get them is maybe if you check, for instance, this Today Not now, I can go and check the people that is following also. I might get some people there from there too. Now, when I make a list of all of them, I will follow them and follow. Once I follow them, sorry, please hold on. Once I follow them, now what I just do is that every time I'll follow them, I'll create a new Instagram page, right? And once I follow them, I'll be going to their page every day. As I go to their page every day, I'm gonna get ideas. So I'm gonna get the news, what they are posting, and repost it. You understand? What they are posting and repost. Now, to repost it, you can have a bit of something different that makes it stand out. Like say, just like you see today, not used to having is used to using a style like this one, where you just put, you can see, just put the airline here. It's not like that. Now you can do something similar, or you can do something a bit different. Now from there, people, in fact, you start getting followers because sometimes I follow some accounts just because I want to always go and check them out. Just whenever I feel like I want to unwind. For instance, VDM is also somebody that I particularly like sometimes when I just want to go into the Nigerian, get to know what's currently trending. I can just go on VDM's page and go and have a look at it. Now, be that person that people come to reach out for, or people come to search for a particular, for something, maybe that news, story, funny content, heartbreaking stories, entertainment, or whatever. And boom, the funniest thing is that now you can even get an endorsement from a big company where they will pay you money to be their ambassador. All these Pella and the likes of them, they're ambassadors, and they are easily, the reason why you know about them is because they are running a brand. Now there are some faceless channels too that are ambassadors to some of these companies that you don't know, because they don't practically talk about it because they are a faceless channel. You understand? So with that said, I think I will have to move to the next one. So like I said, a faceless team, a faceless slash team pages. Now the number two thing is rendering high in demand services. Rendering high in demand services. Now, lucky for you, if you did bought into the DSAP course. Now, for you, if you in case you don't know what the DSAP course is about, you can just go on my page, emmanueladio2.com/DSAP/DSAP. So you will see that I have about 6 in one digital skill that you can learn, and I'm giving everything out for just 2,500. So if you're interested, you need to make payments. Once you make payment, you click on this link, and boom, you will be given access. So now we have, for instance, now I did mention that you can start creating short videos now for a team, for a team page. Now, if you have access to this DSAP course, we have videos on how you can use CapCut to create short videos, and that we are also looking at adding AI videos to it. The whole idea of creating this course is because I'm trying to help a lot of people who need the opportunity, these needed skills to be able to survive. Now, so if you are interested, you can quickly go to manualdo2.com/DSAP. Now, with that said, let's move to the next one. Now, so the next one is rendering high in demand services. Now, you see, this is one of the things that has made me so much money in a short period of time. Back to my story. Eventually, when I decided to start learning this, one of the first skills I learned was learning how to run Facebook advertisements. Now, when I got to know about how to run Facebook advertisements, I started charging businesses. So they were paying me to run their adverts, and boom, that was how I was making my income. That was one of the first few ways. That was one of the first way I started making income. People started paying me to run adverts. Business were paying me, or in fact, a friend of mine whose wife was selling jewelry at the point at the time paid me about 350,000 naira a month to help him run advert for his wife, and truly they got mad results. Now, rendering high demand services is like you learning a skill. It's just like say you have a mechanic now. Every time your car gets bad, you go to the mechanic to help you fix it. Now, replicate that in the online space. Have a particular skill that people can reach out to you for. Now, it can be learning how to run adverts. It can be knowing how to design websites. These are part of the courses that is in the DSAP course. So if you do have this course, you can just go through those courses, please. So one of those courses is how to run Facebook advertisements, how to design website. In fact, as a matter of fact, I know how to design website too. But funny how I still pay sometimes whenever I'm lazy, I still pay 50, 75,000, as high as 100 to 150,000 to 200,000 sometimes, to even 250,000 naira to design, to get people to help me design a page on my website. And honestly, they just get it done within. In fact, the other guy gets some. In fact, the guy is so fast. The last time I contracted him, I paid him 150,000 to help me design a page on my website, and he got it out in 3 hours. In fact, that 3 hours was because we were able still trying to have a look at, make some changes and everything. That was why it took 3 hours. So one of the things that you need to understand that you can even design a website without coding. There are now free plugins you can use to design a website. That's why I advise that you should go to the web design video in the DSAP course. So should the case you haven't, go to it. Now, back to my story. Now, when I learned how to run Facebook advert, I was making my money. But at some point, I wouldn't say greedy. I wanted to make more money. And what did I do? I started learning how to do marketing too. Of course, for you to run advert, you need to understand a bit of marketing. But I decided to get better with how to do on digital marketing. And boom, one of the product that I sold that made me money, right? Let me go to my Twitter so that I can show you something. This is my Twitter page. Can you guys still hear me? If you can still hear me, please say yes. Okay, so you go to my Twitter page. Then say I have 11,000, about 15,000 followers. You can follow me on Twitter too. So now, if you go to my Twitter page, if you read this particular tweet, I made this tweet in 2021. How we did over 7.9 million naira from selling a toothpaste during the coronavirus pandemic using the three-step QQCC formula. Now, actually, during COVID-19, a lot of businesses were down. Of course, businesses were not really functioning. So I was not now making money with my Facebook with my advertising agency anymore, because most of the business I was running with, they said they had to shut down because even if they make sale, they can't deliver because of all the entire lockdown and everything. So I looked at my pockets. I don't have any money again. What did I do? I decided to start my own short e-commerce business. Now, during that period, I somehow, with the help of somebody, I somehow was able to order during that code. Though the lockdown started in China first before it moved to every other part of the world. So there's a particular company that a friend of mine who is also actively into e-commerce. One of the things that you need to also do, sorry, when you come into the online space, is to make friends with people who are also doing different things in the online space, so that you people can share information and create some sort of friendship that at any time you can reach out to them if you need assistance or whatever, and then they can assist you. Now, I reached out to this guy. I said, "What's up? I want to do e-commerce to this one, but how do I report this one?" The guy said, he has one particular agent that can help you, even though there was lockdown. They can help you, kind of not like smuggle. It's not smuggle anyway. You can help you somehow get the products, deliver it to Nigeria, and boom. So I saw a particular product, a T2ID product. Before I ordered, I picked sample, I collected sample of the product, the same sample down to Nigeria. I had one ad and I was making fats, and I made so much and I was getting orders. Now I don't want to talk deep into, I don't want to go deep into this particular one because I don't want this class to last for too much and it's already going by almost 30 minutes. Now, so to cut the long story short, during that COVID-19, I sold a large number of these toothpaste, and I was buying this toothpaste at that point for 200 naira, and I was selling for 10,000 naira, and I made 7.9 million naira within 30 days. In fact, it was even less than 30 days because as at the time I wrote this particular thread, of course, I had made small money. I made this 7.9 million naira, and while I was writing this, while I was writing this thread, money was still coming in. I mean, I was still making order. And so, if you want to practically, this is a very nice thread. If you have your time, you can go and read it. Just read the entire thread because I broke down what I did with proofs and everything. You can just read it to the end. Now, of course, you follow me on Twitter too. Now, so, and I made so much money with this. Now, I could have mentioned every other business model like e-commerce and all that. Of course, those ones will require that you hold a laptop to do them. It requires, that's why I'm not going to mention e-commerce or affiliate marketing or all of those ones. Affiliate marketing, you don't really need the laptop, but I'm not going to talk about it in this class. So I'll just stick to this one, which is already a high demand services. Now, you can, if you know how to design flyers, you know how to build the website, you can go to website like Fiverr. Go to website like Fiverr, Upwork, Fiverr, Upwork, where you can render services to people in the international space and you get paid in dollars. Yeah, you can practically. So now, why would these people want to pay you to help them design a website or to help them design a flyer or a TP or a team or a thumbnail or whatever? Now, it is because as you know, if you don't know, we know today that Nigeria is a third world country, and as such, labor here is very, very low. Minimum wage in Nigeria is about 77,000, isn't it? Minimum wage in 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 the US is about $2,000 thereabouts. UK is also about $2,000, £2,000 thereabouts. Now, if you're going to get someone to design, if they're going to get someone in the UK to maybe come in as their graphic designer, for instance, maybe a small business now, they want to get somebody. Now, at least they will pay the person like £2,000, or maybe in US now, be like $2,000 or so. But they can practically get somebody in Nigeria that work remotely that can even give the same value or even a better value compared to that person they will employ in UK, compared to that resident of UK, and pay this person in Nigeria like maybe £500. How much is £500? Can do £500? £500 like a million, 1.1 billion naira or so, or 1.2 million naira. Yeah. So to you, you feel you are getting big money, but to them, they also feel that they actually pay you something very low. But in the real sense, yeah, you are making money because honestly, there's practically no company, or let me say almost no company that will employ you as a graphic designer in Nigeria that will pay you up to a million naira. Now, even if you want to go, even if they don't employ you, you can also get like a side gig where people just pay you and say, help us create a short a video, or help us write emails, or help us design the website, or help us run adverts, and they pay you per your services. They can pay you up to like $10 just to design the websites. Sorry, $10 just to design a graphic, like a banner, just $10, and that $10 is like 60,000. Whereas if they were paying the person over there, maybe 50, they will pay at least a minimum of $50. So they are always willing to reach out to people in the third world country because they know they can easily get labor at almost at a very cheap price, and they can get good results. So but before you can register on this platform, you will need to learn a skill. You practically need to learn a skill. So you come on this platform, you register, and you begin to search for different jobs, sorry, services. You can see popular services. You can see, okay, let's look at popular. You can see website development, video editing. Can you see video editing, software developments, search engine optimization, architecture and interior design? I mean, you can see a whole lot of. You can see all the popular skills: book design, UGC videos. This UGC video is user generated content, voiceover, social media marketing, AI development. You can see these are popular services that you can render on this page, and you are getting paid for it. You are getting paid in dollars if you are if you are offering your services on this page. So that's why I said you should learn a high in demand skill. Like I said earlier, I said you need to understand that you need to give it something to make money online. That is just it. That is it. Now, another thing is that even if you decide not to even use the thing and render services, you can also use it to build your own business and make money from that. So that's that. So I'm gonna move to the next one. Now I'm still gonna take questions on all the business models. Business model. If you have questions, just have it. I'll just have it somewhere. Now the third one is media buyer and digital marketing. Now, this is exactly what got in fact, I actually like this one, and that's why I put it at the last one, as the last one, because it is what has gotten me to the stage where I am today, and it is what I think practically anybody who is interested in achieving success in their achieving success in the online space is supposed to, I mean, learn, because you can see when we're on Fiverr, we saw something about digital marketing. It's one of the most required skills in the world right now. Now about media buying. Media buying is practically you doing how to run adverts. And I told you, I am considered one of the best Facebook advertiser. If I'm not even Facebook advertiser, media buyers in Nigeria. You can practically just Google me out, when you are due to, and you will see it there. So now let me quickly show you something that will make you see that there is this particular one is profitable. Like I said, I don't want to show I don't want to show my results for, because I don't want people to feel that I am bragging, but I have to just show it. Please give me a minute. Please 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to just quickly plug my laptop because it was running down. Okay, so about media buying. Now we say, let me quickly just show you my one of my Facebook accounts, my Facebook ad manager accounts. So you can see my screen. Okay. So this is practically if you want to advert on Facebook, these are one of the ways. Sorry, this is where you want the advert from. So this is a Facebook ad. You can see ad manager slash Facebook ad manager dot facebook.com. So this particular account, I started running advert on this particular account because I have quite a number of accounts on this page. So I started running advert on this page on the 5th of June. So I just want to show you 5th of June to today now, 24th of June. So let's update. Now let's see something. You can see something here. It is less than 30 days because it's 5th to 24. Those are like 19 days, right? Now if you check this account, this amount spent. So within this 19 days, I had spent 942,000 naira, almost a million naira running advert on Facebook. 942,000 naira running advert on Facebook. This is just so if I check if just so that you be sure that this ad account started running from 5th. If I just check on the 3rd of June, you see that there's nothing. You can see. Oh, sorry, 3rd of June. Okay, there's something here. Wait, let me check 1st of June. No, there's actually supposed to be. There's actually so okay. There's actually supposed to be nothing here. This one is showing for okay. Well, it's not supposed to show anything because you can see amount spent. It's showing 000. Then here it just show this one is just show what I spent today. I don't know why this is showing, but this is not supposed to show. Okay, sorry. So this is already okay. Yeah. So see, the 1st of June, I see all the stats are blank. So I started this. Okay, I started doing this ad on this account from the 5th of June to 24th of June. As you can see, 942. Okay, let's show the results. 942,000 naira has been spent so far. Now, the reason why I can spend this amount of money on advice because I was promoting products and that product is actually making me money. And that's why I can easily spend this money on the advert on Facebook. Now, one of the things that I think the reason why I advise being a digital marketer that if you so want to put in the time to learn marketing is because like I said earlier, when I learned what I learned first was how to run adverts. So when I was running the adverts, I mean I was getting jobs until some point I wanted more money because those job people were just paying me per month. So okay, run my advert, so they charge them. So more like because of time, I cannot work with more than a particular number of clients. I guess I was working with about 7 to 8 clients at some point. So I cannot work so if I was doing let's say they pay me like 150,000, let's say 100,000 per client. That means my income was limited to about 800,000 naira a month. That's if I wanted to be legal. If I wanted to be very honest with the clients, if I don't want to steal, if I'm not taking their ad cost because a lot of advertiser does that, but I don't. So, but then I was like, why would I be making 800K a month where I see a lot of my mates doing 4 million, 5 million, 10 million a month? And that was why I decided to learn digital marketing, learn how to run adverts. So, learn how to advertise and do a lot of stuffs online around marketing, and that is what has gotten me to this point. So now, if this is also something you are interested in, by the time you check in the digital skills access course, you would find the Facebook advert section that is there where you can practically go and learn how to run Facebook adverts. And the way you learn how to run Facebook adverts, you can get that as a service, or you can use it to promote your own product. Now, uh, uh, I don't want to talk about flea markets. Unless I'll show you something around that, but I don't want to talk about that. Maybe in the next class, I might decide to talk about that. But I'm only trying to focus on the businesses you can practically use, the different ways you can make money with using your smartphone. And I mentioned my one, don't forget faceless team pages. I showed you team pages that you can practically check out. Then I mentioned getting high demand services, which are you should also get to understand learning the skill. Then I mentioned media buying slash digital marketer. Now I'm going to be taking well, okay. So at the end of the day, remember that value equals money. The amount of value you provide equals the amount of money you can make. Nothing, absolutely nothing comes for free. Absolutely nothing comes for free. See, a whole lot of you who bought into the digital asset skills today because you found you found the advert, you find it valuable, and you paid me money for it. Simple as that. Even though I'm not even charging for that one because I will just do that to just help a lot of people. But that could have been another advert asking you to pay 10,000 or pay 50,000, and you maybe some of you will still pay it. That's because I am willing to offer you a service. So I'm willing to offer you, give you a value. So what the 50K you are paying me, or whatever amount you are paying me, is in exchange of that, you are getting a value. You are getting value, sorry. Yeah. So that's it. So now if you have questions, kindly put it in the comment section so that I can respond to your question. So if you have questions, please put it in the comment section so that I can reply to your question. Please fast in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to be ending this class. If you have questions, take it. So please, Empress John is saying, I guess this class was to be more of practical. Now, honestly, I need to be frank with you. I don't know what kind of practical class you're expecting because this is not even what you paid for. What you paid for has been delivered, but I just wanted to practically talk to people about how to make money, and that's why I came up with this. Now, even if I decide to make it a practical class, it will take us at least if I'm gonna teach you on any of those business models, it take me minimum at least 10 hours to explain and give you the practical steps on how to go through it one after the other. So you shouldn't expect all of that from here. I just only gave you an idea of things you can do, and I've also given steps that which you can follow to get them done. I mean, if you want to learn the skill, right, you want me to come here and start teaching you how to set up, how to design or websites. We already have the training there. So just go and study that training and then do what I ask you to do. So that's it. That's it. So do you have any other question? So while I'm waiting for question, something just occurred to me. So maybe by weekend, by Sunday, I'm gonna be doing another class where it's gonna be a bit more practical, where I'm gonna be showing you one of the ways, one of the products I am selling and how you can sell that same product to make money on online. I'm going to teach you how to run Facebook adverts, how to set up the product, how to create the product, how to set up your adverts, practically everything. But that will be on Sunday, right? So if you have, I'm going to make the post on the WhatsApp group. So please be on the lookout for it. Once I made that post, it's probably going to be on Sunday, 8 p.m. Make sure you attend and make sure you arrive on time so that you do not miss out of any of the information that I'll be giving out. So it's going to be this Sunday, 8 p.m. So while we have this now, the DSAP course, once I'm done explaining this part, I will just we'll just call it a day. DSAP course, uh, it's telling me I should have launched this. So, hey, Okay, Daniel is asking for someone who does not have like starting from scratch. What is the first thing you advise to raise money? Okay, I'll come to that. So, if you have access to the DSAP course, this is it. You can see we have about 700 members already. Photoshop, bonuses. Okay, these are bonuses. Okay, web design, CapCut study video, Facebook advertisements, and we're also going to add more because I'm already talking to a guy who will teach us how to do short AI videos like the one I showed you guys. So you understand. So if you didn't join from the beginning, you should check the group. I'm gonna post the link to the replay, and that replay will be up just for just for 24 hours. So make sure you watch it once I post it. So that for someone who does not have funds, like starting from scratch, what is the first thing you advise to do to raise money? Now down there, one of the first thing you want to do is to first of all start learning skills. So you either want to learn skills, or if you want to do the faceless pages, you can just create an Instagram page. I mean, so that's you don't need to pay money to create an Instagram page, and then start trying to get followers by putting out content, engaging content that will get people to follow you. And from that, you go from that. Okay. So there are no more questions. If you to access the digital skills access course, once you have made payments, you just you see you just search for digital skills access, or better still send a WhatsApp message to the number that the admin of that group. My assistant will attend to you, and then we're going to send you a link once payment is made, or if you're already a member of the class of the course, you also get a link. That link will bring you to this uh private Telegram channel where you can get all the skills and study them. Like I said, we're going to be adding more skills. And honestly, what you guys can see, Facebook advertising made easy. What you guys actually paid for this course is actually not even close to the worth of what you're getting, because I'm trying to make this thing a 10-in-1 course that teaches you 10 different skills that you can practically use to put yourself out there and make money. So, with that said, thank you for finding your time. Sorry, I thank you for finding time out of your very busy schedule to attend this particular session. Now, what the first thing you want to do is to follow me on Instagram at emmanuel@com. Follow me on Twitter too, because sometimes I make posts about make money ideas and strategies. And then you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go to uh let me show you how to subscribe. Just go to Emmanuel at YouTube. Sorry. Let's go to Emmanuel at YouTube, and Emmanuel at YouTube. Yeah, what's that channel name again? Just type my name on YouTube to bring your hey Emmanuel at YouTube. Yeah, at Emmanuel at YouTube. It's about 10,300 subscribers. Just hit the subscribe button to follow me, so that every time I make a post about make money, you can always see it. Now, with that said, this will be the end of today's class, and I do hope that you gotten value from this class, and I'm going to see you on Sunday, where I'll be taking you on another journey of how you can make money faster, faster, like just like I'm doing right now, we by selling something in the online space. So, with that said, have a wonderful night rest and see you on Sunday. Bye bye.